Hey guys, Caleb here, and I'm post-commentating this because I was a derp and I didn't have my microphone on. So all that commentary totally did not get recorded. Basically, I decided to, instead of going to the Sigil Hall, that I would go back to the Midnight Mansion. And as you see here, I'm checking in on Ratty, and then I was just like, yeah, fuck Ratty. I get a little lost while trying to remember where the Midnight Mansion is, but I remember that it's, Route 303. And, yeah, there I am checking it. So, I'm sorry if this, ruins your experience with it, but, there's not really anything I can do unless I decide not to commentate. And, yeah, all these no's pass. I tried very hard not to use a repel, but in the end, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm sick of being attacked by Pokemon. So, repel, go. And, I don't really know why an Asgard grunt was, yeah, once you get into this place, you realize that it's entirely in darkness, and you're like, well, crap. So I tried to do it, without teaching underrated Flash again. And I was thinking about teaching Marianne Flash, but then I was like, I don't really want to do that, so I'll just reteach Flash to underrated. But as I was saying, I got rid of the poison thing because I hardly ever use it, and I can always reteach it to her later. But I don't know why an Asgard grunt was protecting this place, because there's nothing here except at the very top, there's a secret Pokemon. That's all that's here. And why they're like, well, you can't get in here until you defeat Odin. Okay, sure. I did that. There's nothing special here. I guess you're meant to come here right after Mount Press. But, I kind of forgot the Midnight Mansion existed, so I didn't do that. So anyway, I'm running around here wasting a shit ton of repels because I'm thinking that since this whole place is empty and probably abandoned, that there must be, ghost and dark Pokemon here. Maybe some high-level Raticades or something, not Rattatas, but basically, this whole thing's just a maze with some, stuff. Like, you get 2 of these Reaper Cloths things for Pokemon. One time I get some Ultra Balls, and I get, some other things. But I'm wasting a couple repels until I figure out that, maybe I should, just, because it's getting really boring for the viewer, maybe I should just fight some Pokemon. But turns out there's no Pokemon to fight. And, so I'm just like, well, I'm gonna run around and maybe, fast forward this and just try to find everything I can before I get to the top, and whatever's at the top is at the top. So, I'm not sure. I think there's one more floor to go before I actually get to the top. Oh no, there I am. I'm at the top and I see that, which I think is called Darkrai. I'm not really sure. So, this is my first attempt at Darkrai, and I'm trying to talk to Underrated, and then I go fight this thing. And, the reason why I left this fast forward is because, yeah, it's level 60, and, so then there was my little mouse, and, after several attempts, I decided, you know what, I'm too strong, and I can't get him any lower than in the yellows. So I'm like, screw this, I'm gonna leave. And then like an idiot, I'm trying to find my way out, and I'm like, wait a minute. Don't I have an escape rope? Yes, I do. So let's just use that and go to Mount Press. Now, the reason why we're here at Mount Press is because there are 2 things to get. I don't remember what the second one was, but I needed Waterfall and Rock Smash. And the second thing in the ice area was the pickaxe. So I'm going back for those. need jelly, go up the first waterfall, walk all the way over to the other side, and before you go to the place where Nurse Joy is, you go and surf up this tiny little waterfall. Or use waterfall to go up the waterfall. And then use Rock Smash and get whatever this is. I don't remember what it is. Oh, right, Benonite. But I don't have, Whatchamanoodle. Okay, and here's the, ice part of Mount Press at the very top. I go the wrong way because I'm not sure where the Pokeball is, so I'm running around trying to find it. But, it's over on the right. Yeah, you go past the two little girls, I think. And, apparently I'm confused, and so I go back. I guess I thought I could Rock Smash that, but you can't. And you pass the little girls, and then put on another repel. And, yeah, here we are. And then you use Rock Smash up here. And that will have a pickaxe. Which means that if I really wanted to, I could take Rock Smash off of Granola and train something else, because now I have a pickaxe to do it myself. Oh, and by the way, I was gonna go all the way down the mountain. Ah, screw that. You know, they said in the game that birds are terrified of being on top of Mount Press. So, can't fly off here, can I? Rocket boots, bitch! Okay, so I get here, and, after I heal my Pokemon, I decide to start the Sigil Hall. So there I go, into the Sigil Hall. And I talk to this dude. Hey, champ in the making, welcome to the Hall of Victors. Do you know what the Sigil Hall is? I said no, because, you know, this might be your first vid. A Sigil Hall is a challenge unique to the Verizon Spear. Think of them like a gym, but for the Elite Four. Only those who have defeated the Quasar League can attempt to take one on. This one in particular, you should be careful. Tobias uses Dark types. You want to steer clear of Psychics and Ghosts. However, your best bet is to go with Fighting and Bug types. So I'm just standing there looking at this dude. And then I go talk to the trainer. Welcome to the Hall of Victors. This is the Sigil Hall for the coolest Elite Four member, Tobias. I hope you're ready. I don't have a chance. You don't have a chance. Yes, she is saying I don't have a chance. She would like to battle Wyva. She sent out a Sableye. I'm using Underrated. And I'm using Leaf Blade. I'm gonna attempt to commentate this. Shadow Ball! It's a douche. And then we're going to Leaf Blade some more. I'm sorry if this is shit. I don't know. Amanda Buzz. I think I forgot what this is. Yeah, I forgot what this is and left Underrated in. Because I'm smart. So I try to fight it anyway. And I, you know, do a decent bit of damage. But then it uses Brave Bird. And Underrated screwed. Thankfully, it's hit with recoil. So next, I probably throw out... Am I throwing out... Okay, I'm throwing out Jelly. Why did I throw Jelly out? To use Ice Beam, of course. Because that's what you do with a bird Pokemon. You throw a water Pokemon out, you shoot an Ice Beam at it. Crocodile. And I'm just like, what in the hell was that? And then I'm like, oh, it's the evolved form of that stupid thing in Mount Press. Okay. Well, good thing I have Jelly out. Let's waterfall it. It's level 80 and She's 74, but hey, I think she could tank this. Because it is ground type, unless somehow it changed type when it evolves. But I use another Ice Beam and kick its ass. Or I think that was Ice Beam. I was half paying attention. A Shrifty. And I'm going to fight it with Jelly. Oh, I thought this was the other Pokemon, not this one. This one's a plant, I'm pretty sure. So Jelly really should have been switched out here, but, you know. Yeah, it's a plant-based. And so she's screwed. Because I'm an idiot. And she dies. So who do I send out next for this? Because Marianne wouldn't be... Okay, good. Birdie. I was like, am I smart here? Did I throw Birdie out? And, so Birdie flies. Nasty plot. And I fly into its face. And it's super effective because it's a plant and I'm a birdie. How was I defeated? I guess you can proceed. That was a great battle. Tobias is the greatest trainer there ever was. It's an honor just to be near him. I hope you're ready. You don't have a chance. Cool Trader Drake would like to battle you sent out a Scrappy. Now this is what I thought that grass Pokemon was. And I have Sumo as the lead this time because they recommended fighting types. And so he's bricking the break. And getting healed with leftovers. Force Palm, it used Head Smash on me. And Sumo kills it. Because Sumo is awesome. Another Mandibuzz, which I remember what that is this time. And this time I'm going for Marianne. I'm gonna electrocute the shit out of that bird. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I think I used Thunderbolt, but I might have used Discharge for some reason. But I'm pretty sure I Thunderbolt everything. Oh, and then it pulls that move, and then it just ends out underrated. And I'm like, you're a dick, but I go first, so fuck you. And then it does jack all, and underrated gets hit and probably goes down. Nope, she lives somehow. But it kills itself thanks to that. So underrated doesn't have to worry. A Sharpedo, which I switched back to Marianne for because it is a shark. And what do sharks live in? Water. Which means it's water. Which means electric fish fry. So this should take it down in one hit. It does. Umbreon. I used to have one of those when I played Gold. Before Gold became Olden. Becomes. Thunderbolt. I'm so predictable. I paralyzed it. Nice. And then it paralyzed me because it has a stupid effect. And then it mean looked me. So I'm just like, well, whatever. I wasn't running away. Giga Impact. Which I think is the first time I've ever actually used that move since I taught it to Marianne, but I'm not sure. And thankfully, Paralyzation helps me out there. And then I use Discharge to try and kill it faster. And it keeps using Moonlight, and I'm like, well, fuck you, I'll keep shooting you up full of electric crap. And then I can't move, and then it uses Mean Look again because it's stupid. And then I use Thunderbolt, and that actually works for once. Instead of being paralyzed, I can't do jack and shit. And I finally kill it. Yay! You'll never make it to Tobias. Because I'm an asshole. Next time I won't lose. I go heal again. I meant to save there, and instead I opened the menu. Oh, Tobias is just beyond this door. You're just some random kid. You're not worthy to be facing Tobias. You're not even worthy of being a fanboy. I'm a girl. Can you not tell genders? That's my job. Ho-ho, I'm the #1 fanboy of Tobias. You'll never get past me and my poison-type team. Now for some reason, during this fight, fanboy Lillian would like to battle. He sent out a solo the scary-looking bug thing. Now, for some reason during this fight, I don't know why, but I was thinking most of these were normal types. When that's the other dude I fought, he had normal type Pokemon. But this gentleman in particular has poison types. I don't think I ever get poisoned, but that is something to keep in mind if you're going through the Sigil halls and you run into Lillian. Because poison is bad, folks. Don't get poisoned. I assume if you have those poison berry things, you know, probably give one of each to your Pokemon before this fight, unless you got something better to put on them. So he switched out to whatever the hell this is, a Drapion. And I don't even know what the fuck kind of Pokemon that is, and I forgot he said anything about poison types. And for some reason was thinking normal type. So I'm just kind of just like, yeah, throw stuff at them and see what happens. So this is kind of me freaking out and just going, I'm just going to use whatever I got. Because I don't know and they look scary. I don't know if any of these are real Pokemon or not. They might be Fakemon, but I don't know. Okay, I sumo killed that and he leveled up. Birdie gained some XP and leveled up as well. They're both 77. A Roserade. If I'm smart, I went to Birdie. Yes, I did. I don't know how I never got poisoned, or how I just totally missed that he was talking about poison types. But, But I read somewhere that apparently all the fanboys and fangirls do not use a set of Pokemon that matches the Sigil Hall. So, like, for example, this Sigil Hall is supposed to be Dark type. Well, he's got Poison type. When I face Dad, when I face Wilson, whenever I get there, my half-brother is going to have normal type Pokemon. I don't know what the other guys have. But, it'll be interesting, it'll be different, because you went to fight Dark type, and now you're facing a completely different type here. Here's Toxicroak, which I did expect to poison Marianne, but it never did, as far as I can remember. Sorry I'm half paying attention to the actual battle and talking about other things. But I don't know if people prefer that or not. Usually, and when I'm, playing the game and recording at the same time, it's easier to focus on the battle than it is me here commentating. Marianne is level 82. And, I can talk about things. It's like, I don't know, like some weird coordination thing. Gengar, which I think knows Explosion? I can't remember. I thought it knew some kind of, like, ghost equivalent of, like, Explosion. But I don't remember. But apparently it doesn't. So then he sends out his first Pokemon, which I go with Birdie for because it looks like a bug, so it must be a bug, right? It's a scary looking dude. So I fly after it protects itself. But protection doesn't work. And then it sword dances, and I fly into its face. And I kill it. Good job, Birdie. Alright. So I take out Lillian. Oh, you're almost as cool as Tobias. Are you gonna become my fanboy now? It would seem as if I lost. Oh, I think you underestimate the power of Tobias. You have no chance of beating him. There is a reason I am a fanboy for him. Good luck, trainer. Ho, you don't have a chance. So I go save again, and then I go and face Tobias. Welcome, Caleb Cat. Welcome to the Hall of Victors. This is my Sigil Hall, my humble abode, the place where I live. Like, actually live, like, eat and sleep and bathe and all that. Before we begin, is there anything I can help you with? Now here you can ask Tobias some things. So, the fanboys? Oh, I see. I see you've met them. Those four have been a thorn in our side for months now. I want to pay them any mind. They're no real threat, just a minor annoyance. Is there anything else? The fifth Sigil Hall? I've heard about the myth. In all honesty, I don't believe it. There are 4 Sigil Halls. Each Sigil Hall is run by a member of the Elite 4. It's not the Elite 5, Caleb Cat. He's suddenly becoming posh. Who would run a 5th Sigil Hall? Is there anything else? Let's fight, douche. Very well then. Elite 4 champion, prepare yourself. Feel the wrath of my Dark-type Pokemon. Hello Cat versus Tobias. Tobias would like to battle. He sent out a Honchkrow. I sent out Sumo, which was the worst thing ever to do. So I'm switching to Marianne. It used Brave Bird on me because it's a dick. So, you would think, being Dirt type, that one of the things Dirt type, and then Marianne goes down. Then you would think one of the things Dirt type would be weak to, but I don't think they actually are, is electric Pokemon. Which is weird, in my opinion, because, you know, electricity, light, kinda makes sense because they go together. And I don't know, I would just think that it would make a lot of sense if Dark type was weak to electric. So Jelly is barely hanging in there trying to take out this Honchkrow, and the problem is that while I have a decent team to go in here, most of my team is in the 70s, when really they should be about the 80s. And they're almost 80s, but they're not quite there because most of Tobias's Pokemon are 85, around level 85, and this game is notorious for being heavily unbalanced. So anywhere from 80 to 85 is probably a good idea, but if you probably want to stand a chance, you probably need to be level 85. But the problem with being level 85 is then you blitz through the gym. So I'm not sure, I don't know. But I haven't beaten Tobias yet. And I'm doing my damnedest to try and kill this Honkro, but it's just not working. And then it kills Jelly. So now I'm gonna try Granola, even though he's rock type, and I'm just like, well, I can't like earthquake it, but I can throw rocks at it just to kill it then. And that's really, it like kills 3 Pokemon before I'm able to take it down. And so then he decides to send out a Tyranitar, which I'm like, joy. And I don't notice the fact that this thing has an air balloon. And in fact, I don't even know what the fuck that is. So I'm just like, okay, well, let's earthquake the damn thing. But it gets off an earthquake first, which I'm confused about. And then I realize I haven't done earthquake yet. And then the fact that my earthquake doesn't work because apparently it's floating in the air with an air balloon. So what I actually have to do first is attack it with something that would hit it normally. And then if I want to use a ground type move like Earthquake, that's when I Earthquake it. But before then, I have to actually hit it so I can pop the balloon. But before I can do any of that with Granola, so I can use Earthquake on it, Granola goes down. I have to send out Sumo to actually finish it off. And then Absol, which is the Mega, which I didn't know if it was still the Mega or not. So I'm just kind of like, well, hopefully it doesn't go Mega, but it might be Mega. But it is still his Mega. And there it goes, Mega Form. And it kills Sumo. And I got Underrated and Birdie left, and I go with Birdie. And it gets hit by the Sandstorm, I get hit by the Sandstorm. And then I use Fly, but it goes before me. But thankfully now I'm up in the air and I'm only going to take Sandstorm damage. It missed me! Oh, I almost killed it. And then Sandstorm helped, but then it hurts Birdie as well. It hits me with that, and I use Aerial Ace, and I kill it. So now the problem is, he has 3 Pokemon, I have 2, and I'm kind of screwed. Because I could revive Pokemon, but since I don't have any like max revives, I can't immediately heal them anything more than half. So it kind of, in a situation like this, it doesn't really do me any good to revive Pokemon because I can't immediately heal them, because shit like that happens where I immediately go back to red after I do one thing to my party. And Birdie is doing almost nothing to this Houndoom. And I'm not going to send Underrated out there because this thing is using fire moves. And Birdie barely hangs on thanks to being damaged by the Sandstorm. Thankfully, Fly helps a lot. And the Houndoom misses. And Birdie gets hit by the Sandstorm again and gets taken out. And so now I'm worried because while this Houndoom is also very damaged from Sandstorm, I'm sending out a Grass type against clearly something that can use fire. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I might be looking for max revives. And I'm reviving somebody at the cost of Underrated. Birdie. I'm not really sure why, when I should have just attacked. But I think that Flamethrower, yeah, that Flamethrower insta-kills Underrated. So if I hadn't got to go first, that would have killed me anyway. And I send out Birdie. I get hit by the sandstorm, and so does he. Level 78 for Birdie. Send out a Hydrodon thing, which is flying, and I'm like, well, crap. I got Birdie, and that thing's flying, and nothing Birdie has is going to work. And so I think about reviving somebody. I think I do. I revive Sumo for some reason, even though that's clearly flying, and probably knows how to fly. I mean, knows flying moves. Yes, it clearly knows how to fly. I'm being a derp-a-derp. But I send out Sumo, and this is not going to go well in my favor. Because I'm down to Sumo at half health. He's still got this Pokemon and another one. And this kills Sumo. So, the next time you see me, the audio will be back. And so will I. Bye!